The cars lined up along the grid ready for the second race for the NASCAR Nationwide Series Next Generation car. For a comparison between the car the series has been using and the new car, we sent one of our champion crew chiefs to the shops of one of the series' top teams.
I'm Andy Petrie, and we're here at Penske Racing with Chad Walter, the crew chief for Justin Allgaier. NASCAR is going to run a new car in the Nationwide Series this year, and the car looks quite different.
Yeah, the folks at Dodge have done a really good job, Andy, with the Challenger, something the fans can really relate to when they see Justin Allgaier out on the racetrack.
One of the biggest features that I see is that this car has a splitter on the bottom.
The new Nationwide car, just like their counterparts in the Cup Series, have the splitter this year, which is a real big aid to balancing out and getting front downforce that the drivers are always wanting. And when we hit the racetrack with it, it doesn't just grind away like our old Valences that you see behind us on the old cars.
Chad, let's talk about this area of the car. This is what I call the greenhouse, and I guess we call it a greenhouse because it's the part of the car that has all the windows.
The first order of business was safety for the drivers. We were able to move the driver further away from the door. That's very important for left side impacts. We had a lot of instances with these cars where if we got into a crash or a roll situation where the roll bars, the halo bars over the driver's heads were just getting too close. So what they wanted to do was stand up the windshield, raise the roof of the car, widen out the doors and the windows on the sides, and give these drivers some room in the event of a bad crash.
One thing that stands out that's probably not obvious when you look at it is the wheelbase. It's 5 inches longer on the new car.
The Cup guys are running the 110-inch wheelbase, whereas the Nationwide Series has always run the 105-inch wheelbase, but we're trying to bridge that gap here with this changeover.
When I look at the new car, I see the spoilers are different.
It's a little bit wider along with the race car, and a little bit lower right here in the center, as you see. The simplest reason is the drivers still have to be able to see out this rear view mirror. Now they've made up for some of that spoiler height difference with these winglets on the side. We'll be able to work with this area to try and balance out downforce for the race car drivers.
And speaking of drivers, what are they saying about this new car?
You know, the first comments were a little more front downforce. Really feels, you know, kind of like it really turns well all by itself with good air.